This is a Rolls-Royce Dawn, and it is one of the most opulent, luxurious convertibles you can buy today. Then again, it should be, since a new one starts at around $400,000. Today, I'm going to show you around it. I've borrowed this Dawn from OGARA Coach here in La Jolla, California. OGARA is the Rolls-Royce dealership here in the San Diego area, so they always have a healthy supply of fine luxury automobiles, like this one. So here's the deal. The Dawn is essentially a convertible version of the Rolls-Royce Wraith, and it uses the same twin-turbocharged 6.6-liter BMW V12 with 563 horsepower. Now, I've already reviewed the Wraith, and given the similarities between the two cars, I didn't want to do a full review on the Dawn again, so instead I'm doing a shorter review here on More Doug Gumiro. I'm going to show you my 5 favorite luxury car amenities of the Dawn, then I'm going to drive it, and then I'm going to give it a Doug score. Now I'm going to start with my favorite feature of the Dawn, and that would be the doors. First off, when you open the doors, you pull on them, and then they glide open automatically, and they're rear hinged. The goal is actually you're supposed to pull on them the other way, and then you just walk in and sit down inside your luxury Rolls-Royce. When you want the door to close, it's very far away. You don't have to pull it closed yourself. Instead, you push a little button in here in the A-pillar, and the door whirs closed automatically. And it's the same story on the passenger side. You open the door and it just glides open, and then you can climb inside. Now, one other really cool quirk about the doors, in addition to the fact that when you get in, all you have to do is press a button and then they close, the other cool quirk is the fact that there is an umbrella hidden within the door. You push a little button and then the umbrella pops out, and then when you climb out of your Dawn, you can just put the umbrella up and walk away on a rainy day, and that is a pretty cool idea. Now, when you get inside the Dawn, you find what is probably my favorite luxury car feature in this entire vehicle, and that would be the wood. Rolls-Royce calls it Cannondale paneling, and the cost is over $23,000 for all of it, and it is everywhere. It's on the dashboard, the center console, the door panels, the rear decking is all this beautiful, tremendously expensive wood. It looks like furniture that you will never be able to afford in your entire lifetime. And it doesn't have any plastic covering over it, making you wonder if it's real wood or fake wood. It is just real, beautiful, gorgeous wood on basically every surface.
And that's not the only cool thing about the wood. See how the wood is oriented on the convertible top deck lid cover, coming together in a point in a line down the middle? Well, check out the rear seat ashtray lid. The wood comes to the exact same middle point, and then again on the front center console it comes to the exact same middle point once again. Perfect attention to detail.
And next we move on to the hood ornament, or as Rolls-Royce calls it, the Spirit of Ecstasy. That's the name of this design that they've been using for their hood ornament for over 100 years. Now, the crazy thing about this car is the hood ornament can be raised or lowered at the push of a button. That's right, it isn't fixed in place up there. Instead, you go into the infotainment system, you find Spirit of Ecstasy, and you can manually lower it in case you're driving through a high crime area where not everyone has a horse farm and you don't want your Spirit of Ecstasy to get stolen. Then when you return home to your nice gated community, you can raise it up again to make sure everyone knows what you're driving. And next up we move on to the wheels, and specifically the Rolls-Royce center cap and the wheels. Now in your car, you just have a center cap. It has the manufacturer logo on it, and it turns as you turn the wheels. In this car, it's weighted so that as you drive down the street, RR is always facing upwards, so that if you're just sort of cruising through a nice area and everybody looks at your car, they look at the wheels and they're not turning around and around. Instead, RR is just sitting there upward so they know exactly what you're driving. And next up we move on to my 5th and final favorite luxury feature of this car. That would be the convertible top. Now obviously the Wraith, the coupe version, doesn't have a convertible top. This car does, and we're going to see how it operates. Now, to make it operate, you pull a little switch labeled top in the center console, and then it happens. A very luxurious top, closing luxuriously. Ooh, the windows go up too. Now, to put the top down, it's the exact reverse procedure. You push down on the little top switch in the center console, and then And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how the top operates in a brand new Rolls-Royce Dawn. All right, driving the Dawn. Now I gotta tell you, this is the nicest, most luxurious convertible, and I'm not just saying that, it is the nicest, most luxurious convertible, and it feels so wafty as we go down the road. Oh, it is the most wonderful experience. I'm gonna floor it here. Whoa, wow. I'm actually surprised. That moved a little bit stronger than I thought it would. I guess the Wraith and the Dawn are intended to be sort of the sport Rolls-Royce, if there is such a thing. I love convertibles. I love open-top cars, especially in Southern California. It never is raining, and you just get to experience the world, and this just feels so good. Now, what feels so good about it? Obviously, the driving experience is fantastic due to the ride quality. That just feels wonderful. You go over bumps and pavement undulations and whatever, and you just don't feel any of them, and it's just a wonderful feeling. But it's more than that. You also don't hear anything. You hear literally nothing as you drive down the road, aside from obviously all the stuff going on around you. But the engine, the car, there's no creaking, rattling. The engine doesn't make any noise. It is just the most wonderfully fantastic luxury experience. But it's more than that. The steering is so light and effortless, and when I'm in a sports car I complain about that, but that's the purpose of this car. Everything is easy and simple, and so you just kind of glide along feeling like the most luxurious person in the world, which you are. The steering and handling, obviously very mediocre in terms of sports car feel, but if you're even thinking about that, my feeling is that you've kind of missed the point of the vehicle. It's not intended to be a sports car. It is a true luxury wafter, and you must appreciate the art of wafting. It's just so nice and so luxurious and so quiet, and it still feels solid and stable, and I mean, it feels like a very well-built vehicle. It feels heavy, and it's just nice. You look out over that Spirit of Ecstasy and you just feel like you're better than everyone else. And that's because you are. And so that's the new Rolls-Royce Dawn. Now, Rolls-Royce has just released a new Phantom sedan, and that means that a new Phantom convertible is still a ways away. And until it arrives, the Dawn carries the torch as the most luxurious, expensive, supple, opulent convertible on the market today. And now it's time to give it a Doug score.
And here's the Doug score compared to some other really high-end luxury cars. No surprise here, you can see the Dawn does almost exactly the same as the Wraith, except with one additional point for fun factor due to the Dawn's open roof. But it still can't touch the king of it all, the new Rolls-Royce Phantom.